I think the sentiment of like, I don't even know these kids. And they took a kid that I had grown to know over the last 2 years and they took his spot. And I kind of liked that kid. And I kind of grew to
Yeah.
know that kid. And I was Matt's side when that kid got a big win against wherever. And now I got this kid that's coming in from a different university, putting our colors on for a year. And I think that sentiment is starting to grow a little bit more and more each year. And I just don't know.
Yeah.
Do you see an end to that because of it can't be an end because we know that this direction that it goes. But are there going to be some coaches that invest more in the relationships
Well,
than they
that's
do?
our goal. I mean, I sat with my coaches and I said, what we always do this with our team. What do you want our identity to be? And I said, I really want to be a coach that develops kids on the mat, off the mat, spend the time with them. So, we'll try and get some needs out of the portal. And I think that's, you know, people can understand that. I even have my boosters saying, hey, who we gonna get to replace whatever weight and this and that, but we have a great recruiting class coming in. I know a lot of those kids came because of Tiger Style and the culture, and that we don't do a lot in the portal. So I can honestly tell you this, that, in the recruiting, when I talk to some of the parents, and this, knowing your identity as a coaching staff, you have to know the type of kids you want to recruit. Do you want to recruit kids? If the first thing out of a kid's mouth is how much you're going to pay me, this and that kid probably will go to 2 or 3 schools. Where
Right.
if a kid's talking about, man, I really have a great relationship with my high school coach. I want to go to a school where I'm going to have that and be able to develop that with and know that through the recruiting process, be there, stay there, grow there as a person and a wrestler. Those are the type of kids, and I felt that with like a Colin Rath and Seth Mendoza, really high level kids, but when we started recruiting them, it was about relationships and this, and they said, we love the relationship that Kendrick has with Keegan and that coach where they're working with each other. And I've kind of felt that when I'm on the phone with them and that they really want that. And so that goes to knowing your identity as a coach. What do you want to have? Sometimes you're going to have to say, that's just not our guy. I know he's really good. And everybody in the room, look
Yeah.
where he's ranked and look where everybody's got him ranked. He's awesome. He wants to come on a visit. We got to bring him in. I'm like, but does he fit what we want? I really don't think talking with parents, all the kid talks about is how much am I going to make NIL? Then we probably will have them for a year. And you have to come to that understanding that you have to know and know where you are as a program and money wise and go after the kids that really want relationship and want to be in a program where they're going to be there 5 years and develop and have a great experience instead of, I'm going to make the money here and then I'm going to look to get more money somewhere else. That's
You know,
that's part of it's a change. I mean, it hasn't changed the way we've recruited because we've always recruited that way, but we really have to search out and find those kids and make sure this is why they're coming here. That they'll be fine. They're going to make money. Mizzou does well. It's in the SEC. They're going to get a big TV contract. More and more money is going to be coming. And I hate to say this, but the Big Ten and the SEC are the two power conferences right now that are going to kind of separate from the rest of the country and are making
sure.
a lot of these rules happen that we're in a good place,
Right.
that we're in the SEC, that even though we compete
Sure.
in the Big 12.
Reaping some of the benefits of.